Hey guys, Jumpin here with another StarCraft 2 broadcast. Let me make sure I get this right. This is a game between ToGENTyT right here in the red Terran in the bottom or top left on Scrap Station, and in the bottom right is this blue Zerg named RandomGuy, and this is a master level game. This is not Master League. These are not professionals, but they are master level, so that's still way better than a lot of people. And I expect to see a really good game. I heard this was a great game, so we'll see. Hopefully it is. Hopefully it's exciting. So Zerg down here in the bottom right, and a Terran. So T versus Z on Scrap Station. Probably one of my favorite maps because of how different it is from all the other maps. I mean, if you just think about it, there is no map that has this U shape that forces your units to run like this and it's close by air. With these expansions the way they are, the expansions are directly towards your opponent. You have to expand in your opponent's face. This one's the only one that's sort of out of the way, but if your opponent's attacking you, he has to run right by your expansions. These island expansions back here, not usually taken as much, but we'll see what happens. And RandomGuy scouting out here, being a little jerk, and poking here and shoot at these SCVs, just being a little obnoxious, and just basic stuff going on. One barracks going down, nothing cheesy right now, nothing too crazy. A spawning pool at the normal time, gas and a spawning pool, so probably no hatchery yet. Probably gonna wait a little bit later. Might see a hatchery probably on the 22 food around, because that's the normal time that you'll see a hatchery get made. Stealing gas, but canceling it at the same time. I don't know. I guess this is gonna force the Terran to not be able to get like a super fast tech, but this is not a terrible deal for Terran. He's not gonna want to get it. I just don't see this as being that big a deal with the gas right here. All he's gonna do is get a Marine over here to start shooting at this, and this SCV setting up to make sure that he can push back any kind of expansion. Queen coming out for RandomGuy, and ToGENTY. I don't know how to, I want to say it's TOG is the clan name and ENTY is his name, but it's ToGENTY, as Dean and I will say. If it's alternating caps, you got to say it like that. You got to say ToGENTY. So that's we'll see. So this is a game. He's constantly stealing that gas. I mean, how much? I don't know the exact amount of money. Giving a partial refund, I believe it is. I'm not sure the exact amount it is when you cancel a building and get a refund. But with two Marines here, it is an obnoxious thing to just keep stealing this gas. So a factory going down and a complete wall off. Another Marine going down. Not rallied, but not really a big deal. There's the rally. And now two Zerglings coming out. Still hasn't tried to take this expansion. Bunker going down. It's just a half-finished bunker. Canceling it's going to do the exact same thing as finishing it and then salvaging. So just leaving that bunker almost complete, because then he can just cancel it anytime he wants. When it's at 2 HP, he can cancel it, as opposed to, and he's really trying to delay that expansion timing. But I mean, no expansions even coming out right now. There's the expansion from RandomGuy, all the way at the gold. Gonna sneak a gold expansion. And RandomGuy does see this factory, sees it's producing with no add-on, knows that that is a Hellion coming out, and gonna prepare for that. A Hellion on this map is probably a great idea. Can easily swing by here without much of a problem, and get a really nice attack. This Zergling getting a good couple hits off on this Hellion. It's going to be the mainstay DPSer of this. Oh no, all these drones are transferring right by this. They're going to transfer right by this Hellion. And now he's pulling him back, saying, oh crap, I don't want him to see that I'm transferring. So now he's going to go hide him in this corner. That is a lot of drones. That is 16 drones sitting up here waiting to transfer. Is he going to see this? Oh, it's so close. Oh, he sees it. The drone's coming out to do damage. Drones versus Hellions and SCVs is not where you want. Hellions are in the back. Zerglings are there. and that is a terrible, terrible move for the Zerg. He should have just pulled all his drones back. He is now only has 10, 8, 9, 10, 11 drones in the main. He is significantly behind, and this command center is going to get up and start moving out. Luckily, ToGENTyT did not go by the gold mineral expansion, and these Hellions are putting on a good amount of pressure. That Overlord goes down. Another terror. You really can't lose anything right now. These Hellions, what are they gonna do? I'm just waiting for one of them to swing by down here just to see that this gold mineral's up. The longer this gold mineral's up, the less of damage that was. But that was so many Zerglings, or excuse me, drones that died there. But 2 bunkers going up, kind of securing his front. Probably could have almost won that game. Now the Zerglings coming in to finish these Marines up. The Marines are going to go down, but not without a complete casualty to all the Zerglings. And all the Hellions stay up. Perhaps they'll bring them back to repair. He does have a medevac up, so medevac drops really easy. Obviously, you can just hop right back and forth across this gap here. Does the scan, sees that there's just Zerglings. I mean, he is stuck on only Zerglings. He is not going to have a very easy time getting anywhere other than Zerglings after losing 16 drones that early in the game. A bunch of Zerglings coming out here, probably just gonna hang out on the watchtower, and ToGENTyT just kind of turtling up, saying, "Yeah, I need to get my expansion up." Really silly. He should have just sent one Hellion down here. Just check this watchtower. I mean, this is such an easy place to hide an expansion, and it's a gold expansion on this map because it feels so out of the way. You don't really want to check it. Does he have enough for a scan? He has a couple scans, but has he scanned down there? No, he hasn't. He still doesn't know it's there. And a lot of Zerglings coming up over here. Any kind of attack upgrades. No evolution chamber on the field. Now expanding to his natural. It's going to be a 3-base Zerg versus a 2-base Terran, and one of those bases for the Zerg is going to be a and here comes this drop. It's going to be fallacious. All these Zerglings are going to come in. There are 4 Hellions here, but they do not have blue flames. They are not going to be able to do much damage. And two of those Hellions getting left behind, even though there was enough space for those Hellions to get in here, and holding off that pretty efficiently with that many Zerglings. And he's just really hurting for drones now. You can tell he still hasn't got 16 drones at this base. And a couple drones down here. There's a lot of drones popping out. He's really going to want to drone hard after getting this many Zerglings with such a small economy. And these bunkers really not doing much. I mean, and here come the Zerglings just pushing in at this rock. It's going to be a while before this rock goes down. Slowly but surely. Can he see that? He can if he mouses over it, but I'm not sure if he is. So ToGENTyT really in a crappy position right now. He has siege tank, he has siege mode. He does not have blue flame though, which is surprising to me. It would be really nice to see a blue flame come out. And there it is, it's on production. I'm not even looking at the production tab. Stim on the way, another tank. Not getting any more Hellions, but he is getting blue flame. I would like to see more Hellions getting produced, so you don't have the redundancy. You don't want blue flame for only 2 Hellions. It seems almost like a waste. Why not just get 2 more Hellions and save the gas? And spend the extra 50 minerals for the 2 more Hellions instead of upgrading all your Hellions for that. And now those rocks are down, and these Zerglings are just streaming in. They're going to just come in here, and they're going to do the hold position trick, or no, they're just going to attack. And these Zerglings now do not want to face this army right here. He's just going to attack, and now running out. This choke now is being exposed, and these bunkers are in such a silly position now. They are preventing the run-in from Zerglings, but this spot needs to be contained. Maybe a siege tank up here when while there's no flying units out. A couple Marines hanging out up here would be really nice. A Queen way out on her own, probably a misclick. And now ToGENTyT really pushing on the expansion here. Zerg Overlord speed and the ability to carry and do drops with Overlords is now on the way. 2 siege tanks hanging out over here. Sentry and SCV kind of hanging out in the middle. A couple Zerglings hanging on this watchtower, and this is a fully mining expansion now. This is a Roaches down here. Has this been scouted yet? Still no scan down there. Has not seen the gold expansion. That is a pretty big deal. And now these Zerglings abandoning the watchtower, coming all the way back, and it looks like they might. No, I thought they were going to attack that. A bunch of Banelings coming in. A scan going down. I don't know if he sees the Banelings. I don't know if he saw the Banelings. But now there are some Banelings in these Baneling Overlords, and this is something you'll see a lot of players do. These Baneling Overlords protect the Banelings to get them in, because Banelings do not have 200 health. They only have 35. So 200 health for 4 Banelings is pretty nice. And then, of course, you have the Baneling health as well. These siege tanks are great against Banelings with their 35 attack. The Banelings with 1 armor will be able to survive 1, I believe. I believe they have 35 health. I might be mistaken. This one siege tank taking his time to kill these two, not wasting shots. And the Baneling bombers ready to go when this army moves in. Going to be slow pushing with these tanks, not wanting to let too many go, and these Baneling bombers are ready. Hellions and Roaches and Zerglings and Marines and Siege Tanks. So here come the Baneling Bombers. They're going to want to drop right here and let the rest of the army deal with this. And there we go. There are the Banelings coming in, forcing those Marines back. Even if they don't kill the Marines, it does allow the rest of the army to get the Siege Tanks. And those Banelings do so much damage. Only this left. Going to hightail it back to these bunkers. This Siege Tank on the left on the outside. He's going to siege up in the smoke. Not a terrible position, especially when the Overlords are left in the back. And now these Roaches trying to push in through this small gap, really taking a lot of damage. Finally focusing down that Siege Tank, but to no avail. Those Marines taking them out, and the Siege Tank probably going to fall back and get repaired. Overlord's falling back. I feel like the gold expansion really paying off for this Zerg. RandomGuy able to really hold off that well because he could afford to build all those units. And ToGEnTyT not having the ability to stay on top of his units due to the Baneling Bombs. Really good play with those Baneling Bombs. Something I'm going to try to do more as when I play as Zerg in my games. Perhaps feigning a couple Overlords, a couple Banelings warping in here, only 2, and a bunch of Roaches, a lot of Roaches. No Roach burrow on the way, no burrow on the way either. That would be helpful with these, put some Baneling, maybe some Baneling landmines, maybe some Roaches to burrow underneath this group, maybe some Infestors, but he's doing a great job. And a lot more Banelings on the way. Those are just chock full, these Overlords. Would like to see some Zergling support for this, but not going to do that. RandomGuy grabbing his 4th. ToGEnTyT not even building another command center, staying on 2 base, not fully producing out of all these production facilities he's built. Does have Hellions here and a couple of barracks. And RandomGuy really his macro is going kind of crazy. He's got 2,000 minerals, 600 gas saved up right now, and we'll see how this goes. A couple Banelings dropping here, forcing the Marines back, and the Roaches are there to clean up those siege tanks. There's a couple Roaches left behind with this large group of Banelings. And oh, it's just bombs of Roaches. It's not even bombs of Banelings. Drop the Roaches. 4 Roaches going down there. That's a big loss. And getting supply blocked again. Needs to really produce those Overlords. Roaches have so much supply. And now a small drop over here. Going to finally take out this gold expansion. But does it really matter? 200 minerals, 80 minerals, 100 minerals left on these patches. This is almost mined out. Gonna lose the Roach Warren. Getting a Spire up. That one Viking. Doing a okay job. Is there an armory already down? No armory, so Thors are not on the field. Thors are not an option right now. But there is a Spire up, and that is a long build time. So we'll see if he gets some Thors after scouting that Spire. Still attacking the bottom here. Wow, I'm surprised how long this has lasted. 3 Zerglings versus 3 Marines with a medevac support is no question who's going to win that. But the drones do turn around and start shooting back, and the Roaches are here to force this medevac back now. Holding on to this gold expansion for a little bit longer, going to get rid of all these mineral patches and the gas, hopefully as well. But those mineral patches are going to be gone very soon here, and those drones can just transfer over to this nice